What's up? Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah. Hold on, actually, let me put this in. What's up, Mojave Man? What's up, Film Talk Hawk? Let me just add some music here that I can control it. OBS. Copy URL, yeah. Copy, paste into audio source, okay. His feet are so big, but so is his heart, yeah. This is an unconventional Bigfoot finding stream, I feel like. I feel like there's multiple levels of Bigfoot finding. Oh, that's not good. Oh, there we go. Hold on, double. One second while I fuck everything up. Control audio via OBS, yes. Now let's bring it all the way down here. Oh yeah, what's up, Film Talk? Yeah, I used to show my face all the time, but now you see, fresh shaven. I normally have a beard. This is the guy who's hunted Bigfoot. I look like a guy who hunts Bigfoot. The Bigfoot hunting community are people that look like me. So, uh-oh, the music's playing. Oh, I see it. 1 second. Let me do this. Monitor. Monitor only. Oh, there we go. Now you guys can hear, and I can hear. Up at that a little bit. Okay, okay. As long as I'm louder than him. What's up, everybody? Happy Bigfoot hunting. I guess I can go over to here. So I got a little checklist for Bigfoot hunting. Do things a little bit differently. Let me zoom it the hell in. So what you can see, I've got some steps. Some simple steps. These are big steps. The first one is an enormous step. The first step of finding Bigfoot is locate Bigfoot. I'm talking GPS coordinates. I'm trying to get this from AI. So everything we're doing, we're using AI to enhance our Bigfoot search. And yeah, I think we'll get some rough estimates. Bigfoot's always on the move too. I feel like Bigfoot hauls ass. That's why he's so elusive. Like, because if he even senses like someone's looking for him, he is boom in Saskatoon in like 3 seconds. So this is going to be an ever-changing thing. We're going to be constantly trying to get AI locations for Bigfoot. GPS coordinates would be the best, but you know, the AI doesn't always obey everything you say. And step 2 is capture Bigfoot. I'm not looking to kill Bigfoot. Bigfoot is like a force of nature. Bigfoot is like a creature of this earth, okay? And you might be wondering, well, why would you capture it then? Well, because people are hunting him too. So people are looking to kill Bigfoot. They're looking to get that. It's hunting time. What's up, W? What's up, Grizz? I'm capturing Bigfoot to help Bigfoot, basically. Like, he hasn't been caught yet, but he might. Especially with AI. Anyone could be, like, figuring out where Bigfoot is. What's up, anime? Step 3, another hard step. Might be impossible. Oh, there you go. CW? Yeah, this is the stuff I need to discover, yeah. There's stories of him popping out of portals and shit and using UFOs. So, locating, capture. All of these are very hard steps, but we need to break it down into chunks like this so that we can. You look younger without your beard. Thank you. Yes, Bigfoot is a communist. Maybe I won't know until we talk to him. Step 3. No explosives to find Bigfoot. Step 3, befriend Bigfoot. And then step 4, train Bigfoot in martial arts, guns and weaponry. Where he can manipulate people with sounds. Oh, like audio hypnosis. I know about the knocks. I know knocks are real big with Bigfoot people. Bigfoot seems like a hard guy to catch, but I'm rooting for you. Yeah, I believe it's possible. I believe it's never been easier. I believe the AI is going to help us a lot. So, yeah, if we can't catch him with AI, then we ain't never going to catch him. But I think we have our best shot as ever. So, I mean, first steps first. Let's get this locate Bigfoot chopped off here. Oh, what's this, WJ? There you go. Uh-oh.
Hi, I'm Bob Gimlin, and today I have a very special video for you. I've been struggling with this video for literally years, but at this point, I've decided that anything is better than nothing. So I'm just going to explain all of this to you as if I'm trying to explain it to an old friend.
We'll get the spark
all
notes.
the way back
I
in
see some
2018, I received some very titillating emails from a witness to Bigfoot, which is an understatement. He's a lot more than just a witness. And quite frankly, I stopped reading the emails because if any part whatsoever of it was true, I wanted to hear about it for myself. I needed to, I guess you could say. So I made my way to Michigan to speak to the witness firsthand. This was the end of February going into March of 2019. His name is Randy, and he now has his own channel, and he is the founder of Midwest Bigfoot Research, and I'll certainly put a link in the video description.
Hold on, let's add some sub-steps to this. Can I add like a... Can I indent it? Yeah, of course. What do you say? Bigfoot, Midwest, Bigfoot. Check out Midwest, Bigfoot group. Okay. That's helpful. We're already getting into the community.
Should he decide to make one?
Witness to Bigfoot could be a band name. Exactly.
Is uncomfortable.
Yeah. What's up, Enigma?
And it's disturbing. In a lot of ways, it's too much.
What are these big feet? Is that a horse? They're eating horses? Oh, come on. This ain't the Bigfoot I know. This ain't the... I don't know about this one. This seems like some Bigfoot propaganda. This seems like some Bigfoot hunter, you know, train your kids to get ready to shoot Bigfoot in the face. This is not... This ain't my Bigfoot. My Bigfoot don't eat horses. You know, he might have to, like... He might not have red eyes. He might kill a horse and eat a horse. But just because he has to survive. Like, you know what they say about big feet? Yes, Lemmy, what's up? The thing is, I consider Bigfoot to be more Pacific Northwestish, to be honest. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Bigfoot just misunderstood. Big shoes. Yeah. Okay. Let's hear it.
But one thing I'm completely certain of, well, as certain as anyone can be about anything, I guess, is that Randy isn't lying. There's no doubt about that.
Randy might be lying, but I don't know.
In my mind, this is his truth, leaving two possibilities.
This is what Randy believes.
Or this happened. Gosh,
Randy, you can still lie.
But I don't think...
you know, with like cults, when you're testifying under oath or whatever, you could say stuff that's a lie, but you believe it to be true. It's still a lie. You're still lying under oath, right? Whatever.
He is...
You really think someone would lie on the
illustrations you're going to see in this video are drawn by
Who would want the embarrassment? What the fuck? That was that just monkeys with big... Someone was drawing a monkey and no one was paying attention. They added some big feet, and the Bigfoot community picked up on it.
Experience and use it to better understand these creatures and the nature
Believe
of their
Randy,
existence.
yeah. Hashtag
the
believe
events
Randy.
Occurred in 1977 when he was 10 years old. Okay, here it goes. It began innocuously enough with a bike ride. Randy and his friend wanted to
Is Randy drawing this? What eyewitness occurred this? Only Randy and this other person would know about this. Is Randy drawing his autobiography? Randy can't read or write, but he can draw pictures of what he remembers.
Biked to the woods to play. It was August, and school would be starting soon, so they wanted to utilize what little freedom they had left. In the woods by Morris Lake.
It's a member of Bob Giblin's staff. Oh, okay, I see.
They were hollowed out, and some of them were tall enough that he and his friend could almost stand up. This tunneling bush had a central room, and he found old tattered blankets and all sorts of shiny things attached to the walls.
I mean, it could be homeless.
And perhaps chillingly,
could be a homeless
Randy
Burma.
Noticed that the pictures were the kind that come in picture frames, like the stock pictures to make the frame look appealing to buy. As 10-year-old...
Why would a Bigfoot hang up pictures of his family? Or like, why wouldn't he just live with them? I mean, why would he have this seems like they just intruded on a homeless person who had a pretty sweet outdoor survivalist setup here. Spaghetti cave.
They thought it was cool. And didn't
Hairy
think too
homeless
much of it,
bum.
and they continued on with their day. Then they came upon two other boys, Russell and Mike. So now it's Randy's
so far 0 Bigfoots in this encounter, but
friend, and Mike and Russell. Russell was a few years older than the other three.
You would think if you had a 10-year-old Bigfoot encounter, you just get into the Bigfoot encounter. I don't need to know all his friends. Where was he? What happened? How did he feel afterwards? Did he talk to Bigfoot? This is like Stand By Me. Yeah, did he just take Stand By Me instead of seeing a dead body that he saw Bigfoot at the end of the train tracks? Stand By Me was such a good
Mike
movie.
and Russell were camping there for the night, and Randy and his friend decided
What's up,
to join
George?
them. So they went home and got some sleeping bags and a tent.
We're getting
and
some
came
research
back.
done. We're
But
George.
the sun had
No
set,
one is safe, yeah.
And it had gotten dark by the time they arrived, and they couldn't find Russell or Mike.
Maybe
so it's
proof of the
dark, and they
Squatch
can't
comes
find
later,
their
yeah.
friends. So they decide to set up a little camp with their sleeping bags. About an hour later, after they had just gotten situated, they heard
In this damn story, there better be a Bigfoot. He better not just hear something and then want to find out. I don't want no shadows. He came face to face. A Bigfoot was breathing into his mouth, and he go, "Oh my God, it's Bigfoot."
Russell,
Okay,
the
okay.
older boy
I'll
from
trust
4,
just
yelling
W.
for his friend.
I trust
Mike,
you.
over and over again. Mike. This drawing is not what Randy saw. Rather, it's the reason that he heard Russell shouting for.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay. I mean, all right. Angry. This one's just fucking around. Wow, look at that. And what was this? Are these Dr. Peppers, or are they, champagne or beers? Can we really trust Randy at such a young age? And your friend is really trying here. What is this? Like, oh no. Harry and Anderson.
And they started to hear
Stephen
other
King.
things, growls and screams. And according to Randy, these noises could not have been the result of it.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. I saw 3 Bigfoot surrounding the camp and one latched on. That's death, or you're going back to Bigfoot Village, or, Now you're drawing this and they're like far away and you're hearing noises. Not very consistent storytelling from these images.
Any human. They were so frightened by the growls and screams that they got on
Very deceptive. Now it's immediately downgraded to growls and screams.
their bikes and left. Randy told his parents
Bigfoot grabs it. Your Bigfoot's bitch now. Yep.
what happened, and they laughed. His dad said he knew the boys would chicken out. The next morning, they set out to get their tents.
Also, the sharpest fucking trees on the planet. Look at these branches.
And sleeping bags, which they had abandoned, and this is what they found there. Russell was talking to Channel 13 News, and they weren't.
Good point. Here, I want a better, what am I doing? Dolly or Labs? Randy's, encounter with, a Bigfoot. A 10-year-old named Randy encounter with a Bigfoot. Pencil drawing. Scary. Let's get some better Bigfoot. I'm just gonna steal Randy's story and call it my own. Oh, Polaroid. That's a good point. Oh, that's me and Bigfoot. Oh, this is pretty good. I like this one. This one, but it's got more of a hoof. Not that different, to be honest. That one looks more demonic. This one's fun. I like this one. Randy Furdy. This one's scary, though. But it looks more apish. And Randy's bigger than the Bigfoot. Hey, what's up, Rackatoonie? I like Randy Furdy. Me too. All right. Bigfoot. Make this collection private. This is just for our eyes only. All right, okay, back to the story.
Weren't allowed into the vicinity where they had left their stuff. It seems that Mike had gone missing.
Looks like actual Bigfoot.
He would be found 24 hours later, and he would never speak about what happened to him in those woods. However, it was blamed on a recently hired school bus driver. Randy did not put this together until much later, but a few days after this incident, he believes that he and some friends had spent an afternoon chasing a dog that wasn't a dog.
Okay, dog, Bigfoot. There's nothing to say. Look, it's big in their feet. Why is Bigfoot running on all fours? I mean, I'm not going to confuse a Bigfoot for a paw, like it. Unless the dog is wearing shoes. I don't know.
Comfortable on four legs as they are on two, especially when they're younger. About a week later, one of Randy's friends, a boy named Tim who lived a mile away, which was the closest house to where Randy lived, abruptly stopped socializing, and Randy thought this was strange. So one day at school, Randy asked Tim why he hasn't been around, and Tim said he'd been busy with his pet orangutan. And Randy thought, well, Tim's gone crazy. So on a weekend...
I mean, look, Randy shared photos from his childhood. This has to be real.
Randy walks to Tim's house to see if Tim wants to play. Tim wasn't there, but the babysitter said that Tim was in the cornfield, quote, playing with a troll.
What?
And the babysitter said he was playing with a troll.
The babysitter thought it was a troll?
Yeah, the babysitter said it was a troll-like looking thing.
Yeah, why would it not be a dog or something else? I wonder why. Look at all this merchandise. Why would it not just be something normal? It's a troll or something. What do you mean, or something?
In the corner.
Where is the babysitter to corroborate this testimony? I'm not taking your secondhand babysitter testimony.
In the cornfield.
That's 50 feet away from the house.
Yeah.
So Randy went out back, and he found Tim sitting right...
How old is Randy in this story? Is he still playing with Tonka trucks and balls and footballs? And, wow, it's just got everything a kid would have. What? This was drawn in 2018. 2018.
Beside the cornfield, with all of his toys scattered around. Randy
no
didn't
worry,
expect
George.
to see anything,
I'll keep the VOD.
Until he did.
I will
and
highlight.
I guess this is what he saw.
I will highlight
Tim
the good parts of the
informed Randy
VOD.
that the creature's name is Mike, and that he can say his name. Now,
the babysitter is fake as a Sasquatch. I'm thinking so too, Lemmy.
hindsight.
I'm not saying that I'm not going to believe every Bigfoot story, but I'm just saying it's art. Yeah, Mike! What? Okay. Is the Bigfoot growling? Is the Bigfoot howling? Or is the Bigfoot speaking English to Mike? Mike! Whoa! Nike! Yeah. Baseball, basketball.
Randy believes that he learned the word after the incident where people were shouting for the human Mike in the woods all night. Tim informed Randy that the orangutan doesn't like clothes. After regarding Randy's skepticism.
What? The Bigfoot learned to say Mike because he doesn't like clothes? I'm really having a hard time following the story. I'm really trying to soak in the details, but the details are absolute nonsense right now.
Skeptically for a good amount of time, Mike the Sasquatch emerged from the...
Oh my God, Mike's the name of the Sasquatch? He's naming himself now? What?
Cornfield and grabbed Tim's arm, as if trying to take him into the cornfield. Tim was not
much. It's like, I don't know.
alarmed by this. Rather, he playfully said, "Knock it off, what are you doing, Mike?" And Randy learned that Mike indeed could say his name, the name Mike. Though according to Randy, it sounded much like a burp. Now it's
Oh my god. Could it be possible that someone burped and said Mike in the distance at the same time? It sounded like a burp. Mike. That's a stretch by any imagination.
It's important to remember that at this point,
Also, lots of Bigfoot encounters in his childhood. Even though cameras existed, Randy did not. He was just too scared. He was too young to use a camera. But he could draw Bigfoot saying Mike.
the two 10-year-olds very much believed that this was an orangutan, and they played with Mike for hours. Sometimes Mike would retreat into the cornfield, and he would mimic the boys. Mike also liked to say his name, Mike, because apparently Randy and Tim found it funny.
Now, this is more monkey. I mean, this could be an escaped monkey from the zoo. That happens. Monkeys can escape. So Bigfoot's just a monkey? Yeah. How big were his feet?
Laugh, which the creature seemed to enjoy. Then Tim and Randy went inside for lunch, and Randy went home.
Okay, I guess they had mac and cheese. Why was
That night, only Bionic Woman was on TV, and Randy didn't want to watch it, so he went out to several barns on his
Burn Bionic Woman. There you go. If any actors of Bionic Woman are watching.
property to play, as he often did. He was in the hayloft for a few minutes when he heard the door open. He thought it was his dad coming to talk to him about something, but it wasn't. It was Mike, the orangutan. And after regarding Mike hesitantly for a while, they began to play. And the first thing they did was press their feet together. And Randy marveled at what flexible feet orangutan have.
Okay, I feel cheated by the photo of mac and cheese instead of a pencil bar. Yeah, hold on. Bought an old box of Kraft mac and cheese. Pencil drawing scary. I gotta recut this video together. Macaque! Randy went over to Tim's and got discount off-brand Kraft macaroni cheese macaque. I'm gonna forget what this is in Bigfoot, but I'm putting it in there. Macaque. Hey, Randy, you want to come over for mac and cheese? Oh, yeah. What the fuck is macaque? I'm going to just go home and not eat anything. Thank you, Mrs. Timothy. It looks like fucking ants, Mrs. Timothy, okay? I'm not eating ants covered in orange dust.
This is one of the reasons he was so convinced that Mike was an escaped pet, because he was so calm, indicating, of course, that he was accustomed to interacting with people. Randy told me that when he was a kid, he had a penchant for making noises. So, like, if he heard a noise, he would repeat it, as a lot of kids do. And that led to their next activity. Randy would make a noise, and Mike would parrot it, but not only repeat it, he would elaborate on it, and make it impossibly accurate.
How about you say, Mike, let me get a picture of you.
One time I asked Randy what the Sasquatch sound like. He said however they want to. Randy would meow, and Mike would repeat the same sound. Only Mike's meow was indistinguishable from a cat, and the creature would elaborate on the sound, making it obvious that he understood what the sound was. So as an example, Randy would meow, and then Mike would meow, mew, and hiss. So he wasn't just mimicking. It's as if Mike recognized, that's a cat, this is what cats say. And it was during one of these...
That what's mimicking. He wasn't just mimicking. He's literally mimicking.
Cat mimics that Mike hissed.
Hey, what's up,
Randy describes Mike's face appear as though it was melting or bubbling. Randy now attributes this to infrasound, which is known to have a wide array of effects on whoever...
What the fuck? Why does he have boils on his face? And he's sonic booming through his mouth? What is happening? Mike is goopsy. Oh my god. Rewind 10 seconds. Sorry.
Hears it. This Mike's face appears as though it was mad. It's as if Mike recognized, that's a cat, this is what cats say. And it was during one of these cat mimics that Mike hissed, at which point Randy describes Mike's face appear as though it was melting or bubbling. Randy now attributes this to infrasound, which is known to have a wide array of effects on whoever hears it, and is
okay. Bigfoot using Bigfoot covered in boils on his face using infrasonics to sonic boom the haters. How far is this from Flint? This is probably like 2.5 hours from Flint. It's near like Kalamazoo, I feel like. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, this one just seems like an album cover. That one seems like it's Bigfoot's being bombarded by not enough boils. I agree. I like the headphones though. More boils. Let me try again for better boils. Yeah, blisters maybe. Bigfoot. Oh, I love that he's vomiting out. Like, that's more or less vomit foot. Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, hold on. We need Bigfoot covered. Bigfoot with, what am I saying? Blisters on his face. Using infrasonics to sonic boom. As I should be. But keep in mind, if we do find Bigfoot at the end of the stream, he's just going to move. So we'll get coordinates at the end of the stream. Don't worry. All right, now this is just becoming metal covers, but I see the sonic boom. I see the sound waves. That's pretty good. Some soup cans. That looks like Danzig. A little bit like a Sasquatch mixed with mother. Okay.
Is also known to be produced by other large mammals. There were ropes coming from the ceiling, and Mike the orangutan and Randy played with them. And this is when Randy got a really good indication of this creature's athleticism and strength. Randy said it was alarming to see how strong he was. So
it's a fucking monkey. He can rip your arms off in 2 seconds like they were spaghetti noodles.
Playing excitedly, as kids do, Randy decided to beat his chest and make an ape noise.
And that's when Mike's eyes went red? He was totally calm otherwise.
Like he'd seen in movies. And Mike repeated it, and his eyes turned red, and his demeanor became aggressive, and Randy thought he was about to die. And it was during this aggressive display
Don't beat
that Randy
your chest at
learned that
Bigfoot.
these creatures...
Alright, hold on. We need a warning list. Okay, hold on. Dude, oh wait, I guess it's less of a checklist and more of a... high text boxes. Okay. Do not beat your chest at Mike. Bigfoot question mark? Run when eyes red. Okay. I'm just gonna take it some
an
notes
anatomical feature
because
that
I'm
I've
gonna be
never heard
face
of
to face. I
before.
feel like
He described them as tusk-like teeth that elongate from the molars, and they do so.
He's
consistent
powering
with
up
the
his
mouth
laser
opening.
eyes.
so it's like involuntary. As the mouth opens, they protrude, and as the mouth closes, they retract.
What the fuck? Why? How do you know that? Did you kill and dissect a Bigfoot and then lose it? Okay. How do you know this? How do you fucking know? How do you know you just don't not see? Oh boy. How can you do anatomical drawings like this unless you've dissected a Bigfoot personally?
Well, poor little Randy.
Hang on,
no
they're getting to
longer
that.
thought
Oh,
this was
okay.
an
Okay.
orangutan,
I'm sorry.
or
I'm
at
getting ahead of
least
the game.
Not a friendly orangutan. And he went to flee, but Mike wouldn't let him.
Bought the skull from
Again,
Etsy.
looking back,
Oh,
Randy
okay.
thinks that
That
Mike
makes
was still
sense.
only playing. Like the mimicking game, where Mike always took it one step further. So Randy beat his chest, which apparently is an act of aggression to
All these monkey drawings are looking pretty different.
These
This
creatures.
looks way different than this, okay? This, I think like 80 different monkeys lived around this guy's barn, and he's getting visited by apes that are just like, can you give me some bananas or something? What? I don't want to hang out with you. What's up, Bulk Bogan? Exposure to Bigfoot leads to
further.
X-ray vision.
So Randy
That
beat
makes
his
sense
chest,
too. Okay.
which apparently
That
is an
makes
act of
it
aggression
all-
to these
okay,
creatures,
everything's
which
making
Mike
sense now.
repeated, taking it one step further. It's unclear
Apes
whether
together
or not Randy
strong,
was
yeah.
actually in danger, and though Randy thinks that Mike was only playing at aggression, that still doesn't mean that it's not dangerous, because normal actions to this creature could certainly prove deadly to a human.
Look at this. This is like the scene from Predator where Arnold Schwarzenegger and that one other guy, Apollo Creed, you son of a bitch, but it's his foot.
which has obviously been documented in other
Randy, you son of a bitch. Mac.
large primates, much like Harambe, if you remember that. I don't
Why
think
is
the gorilla
Bigfoot
was trying to
shredded?
hurt
Whoa, yeah. A fucking 8-pack, okay? Do you know how hard it is to get a 6-pack? 8-pack is like even more suffering. Abs already is an impossibility. You really have to be like grinding hard and like not eating fucking anything to get abs. And then to get an 8-pack is even crazier.
that kid. It's just that
Bigfoot
humans
hits the
are less
gym,
physically
obviously.
capable than a gorilla analog of the same size. And so in hindsight, Randy thinks
All
that
lean
Mike was only
protein and
play
healthy
fighting.
plants
He
in the
didn't
woods.
realize that
There we
at the
go.
time. And Randy started to scream for his life, at which point Mike pounced on Randy.
Hmm?
And made a strange hissing sound.
I don't see red eyes. I see starry eyes. I see some hard eyes, yeah.
That Randy claims had a paralyzing effect. At close range, Randy was completely unable to move. Not because he was pinned, but because of this sound. And Randy claims that the sound produced not only prevented him from moving, but actually significantly calmed him down. Again, in hindsight, Randy now believes this to be infrasound. Then Randy
Or is it love? Love or infrasound?
hears the hay door open, and he thought his dad heard his screams and was coming to his aid. He can't
Actually, it was 8 more Bigfoots, and they all had the same look in their eyes.
actually turn his head to look, of course, but Mike reacted and hopped off him. At which
Randy, are you okay with this drawing right here? Is this accurate to your story? Yes. All right, I thought you for sure gonna say no. I
point
guess
Randy
I guess I'll put it in my video and attribute it to you. Your story.
observed that it was actually Mike's mother, and she
Oh boy, what the fuck? Mike's mother looking not the same direction. Eye line is way off, but that picture, that's the floor. This is a wall. The barn door, did you not draw? That was an excellent reveal, though. Mike, I told you about consent, young man. Woo-wee. God, okay, so it's Mike's mom, and then it's like 3 other Bigfoots, it looks like. Oh, boy, that was a
She was
great
angry.
reveal.
again, in hindsight, Randy believes she was shocked to see
Thank
her
you,
son
WJ. This is
fraternizing with a
amazing.
human,
This is
and
really
the
helping
father
with
was
my
just
research.
outside the barn. So Randy now believes that Mike was using his infrasound to try to silence him, because Mike didn't want to attract
Hold on, I need to put a whole bullet point. Hold on. Locate Bigfoot. capture Bigfoot. I think I need to do like a research infrasound. Okay.
The attention of his parents, as if Mike knew he was engaging in a forbidden behavior. The female Sasquatch kind of lifted herself into the hayloft, grabbed Randy, and smelled him, with very fast sniffs the way a dog does.
Okay,
And he said
okay.
that the Sasquatch picked him up rather roughly to do this, and in the process, the Sasquatch picked him up by the waist and brought him to her nose, so like she wedged her thumb between him and the waistline of his pants. And I guess that immediately broke his pants off. So now he's as he was the day he was born. And then she...
Is that just saying he's naked? The way he was when he was born.
kind of discarded him, or just dropped him, which, I guess lacerated his thigh. And there's more illustrations of this on Patreon, but I don't think I should show it here. And he didn't draw anything.
They didn't draw it, so we have to see it. Bigfoot lacerating a thigh. This is gonna get blocked, I feel like, but okay. It just did. That's what it looked like. They didn't show it. Yeah. Maybe I put. Yeah, I guess I didn't say what he was lacerating. Whatever.
Nothing graphic or anything.
I'll leave it
but
at
still
that.
too graphic for here. And it's at this point that Randy saw the male Sasquatch watching from outside. Meanwhile, Randy's father is approaching with a rifle, and Randy depicted it here.
Hold on.
Meanwhile, Randy's father is approaching with a rifle.
That means during editing of this video, Randy corrected him. Wasn't a rifle, it was a shotgun, which means Randy was heavily involved in the editing process of this video and making sure he got the story right, okay? It was a shotgun. How many times do I have to tell you? My dad had a shotgun when the Bigfoots were raping me.
And Randy
Okay, we'll have to change some of the wording a little bit. But I'll put a correction in.
Randy's father saw from
put
the
it
kitchen
as
window
Cricket.
two massive
I'm not
hairy
re-recording
figures
the line.
moving
I'll
on all
just
fours
correct it
toward the barn
in,
where Randy was
a little
playing,
text
so
thing.
you can see why he would have taken off with protection. At the time, he thought they were bears. The female grabbed Mike and leapt from the loft.
Is that okay? This is okay. Do I gotta go? No, you can't. We gotta
But
maybe
Mike
skip
scrambled
past.
the difference. Of
Okay, why does a big titty? What happened to? In no other Bigfoot drawing do we see titties.
really
I gotta skip past these.
The adult
Okay.
Sasquatch don't pursue the juvenile.
Just
but
one
they
big ass
growl.
titty for
Mike
Mama
stands up a
Bigfoot,
mere
I
10
guess.
feet from the human.
Those are
and
boobas,
Randy,
yeah.
who's still in a state of horror, yells for his dad to shoot it, which is kind of understandable at this
Bigfoot,
point.
that's big
His
titty.
dad fires into the air
You ain't
because he had
wrong.
a 16-gauge shotgun, which was loaded for birds. He knew it probably could have ended Mike, but certainly not the adults. And being a father himself, it was clear that an attack on Mike would not have been appreciated by the
Boom!
massive
Yeah, what is
creatures
that?
before him.
Okay. Not to say I wanted Bigfoot to get shot, but when you see your son pinned down in the a barn with 3 Bigfoots standing over him and one, I'm saying you aim at the big feet, okay? You aim it at the Bigfoots, okay? When else are you going to use your gun?
At that point, all 3 Sasquatch disappeared into the
Okay, in this drawing it looks like a shotgun, yeah.
cornfield. But
And if
Mike
the
came
big
out a
boom-
moment later. Mike's parents apparently thought that Mike was fleeing with them, but he wasn't. With Mike approaching and the 2 parents
It's
nowhere
the
to be seen,
infrasound, yeah.
Randy and his father fled into the barn, because they still don't want to shoot, obviously, and incur the wrath of the 2 giant creatures. But there was a gap in some of the boards of the barn, and Mike once more tried to get a hold of Randy through that gap. At which point, Randy's dad hit Mike's arm with the butt of the shotgun, and then Mike grabbed the shotgun, and they played tug of war with the Sasquatch.
But Mike grabbed that gun and he almost got it away from my dad. And he shot. Well, he couldn't get the gun away from him. My dad had his...
Can we get the audio of of Randy telling all the previous stuff. I would like to hear a first-hand account. Don't do voiceover. Let Randy tell his own story about the barn, okay? The barn incident.
Well, I go down the freaking side of the barn. He's trying to go like, oh, he's strong. He's going like that. And he finally shot.
Was this funny or terrifying? Okay, you're laughing through this. If I had an incident like this with Bigfoot,
And that scared him away, and it got quiet again.
And see, this is why it's kind of important to remember.
what? How are they getting through every crack and crevice? You gotta fucking have caulk up your barn so the big feet don't grab you through the. Why every little hole?
That
There's
Randy
always a
and Mike
Bigfoot
had been
trying to
playing
grab
for
you.
a long time before things escalated. So Mike was likely still
You should train an AI to be Randy and interview it on stream. That's a great idea, Chris. This could help for locating. Train an AI with Randy's eyewitness account and ask further questions.
in play mode.
Okay.
Because if you think about it,
AI
if
Randy
10-year-old
holds the
Randy
key.
and the Sasquatch are the same size,
Cock up your
Mike probably
barn.
has the comparative mentality of a 5 or 6-year-old human.
That's not a glory
Maturity-wise,
hole.
I mean. And
It's
if
a
you've ever
Bigfoot
dealt with
grabbing
kids
hole.
of that age, then you know how smoothly ending playtime goes. Randy's father fired the gun, and Mike
How many fucking... Can Randy's dad get some money to fix his barn up? Why does he just tear it down? Look how many holes are in this thing. Especially after the Bigfoot have had their way with it.
let go, and immediately after, they heard sirens. It seems Randy's mother had called the police. She didn't even know that Randy's father had gone out to the barn, but I guess from the window of the
Well, why did she call the police then? What does that even...
house, she saw 2 large animals and couldn't find Randy or her husband. So
okay.
she believed there was a bear attack occurring and called the police.
Okay.
A squad car and an ambulance arrived. Randy and his father exited the barn,
He's right there! He's right there!
and the responders actually cut Mike
He's right in front of the car!
off as he tried
Whoa, what is this? Ghostbusters? I guess this is just like an old ambulance.
to enter the
Anyway,
barn
okay.
through a gaping hole in the front. And the policeman asked if there were 2 bears, as dispatch had told them, at which point Randy's father informed them that it wasn't a bear. While Randy is being put into the ambulance, requiring a few stitches at where the female had lacerated his thigh, Mike was crawling through the tall grass in a state of agitation. The police officer could see the movement through the grass, but the grass was too tall to make him out clearly
Mike and
because
Randy
Mike
no
was on
longer
all
besties.
fours.
Yeah, that's
and
kinda
then
sad.
20 feet from the ambulance, Mike stood up. Randy is hearing this from inside the ambulance, but all of a sudden he heard the police swear and fire their weapons. Randy is unsure if they were trying to hit it or just scaring it off, because Randy's father is begging the police not to shoot it, because he assumes the adults are still watching. And to me, this indicates the unfathomable nature and physicality of the creatures he witnessed. There aren't many animals in the world today.
Damn! Mama Bigfoot! How about... What the fuck? These drawings are not consistent at all. Is Mama Bigfoot like 18 feet tall?
That would be too threatening to 2 men armed the way they were, short of giant herbivores and lions and tigers and the largest of bears. And then all was quiet, and Randy received stitches in the back of the ambulance, while
Big Mama Bigfoot standing next to a normal sized human for size comparison. Let's get some ideas here. I want an idea of scale. If I'm going to find Bigfoot, I thought Bigfoot was like 10 feet tall, maybe 20 feet. Whoa! Wow! Oh, hey, goddamn! Okay, that's like double. Yeah, so that's like 12, 15. Yikes, number 2, yeah. Oh, that's Mama Bigfoot, yeah. Oh, I like that. big titty spotted. Yeah, that just is feet, big-footed man. Holy shit! This is King Kong proportions here. Good damn. And that's clearly, yeah, that's just King Kong. That's just King Kong. That ain't Bigfoot. That's Big Titty. And that's also, I don't know, barefoot. Not, that's pretty good. That's a Scary Stories picture.
While his dad talked to the police, then they hear gunfire from the direction of Tim's house, and the policeman's radio begins to chatter to that effect. So the police take off a mile down the road,
I love that these are pencil drawings, all of them.
and Randy and his dad soon follow. When Randy arrived at Tim's house, they found the police inside, talking to Tim's dad, and Tim's mother and siblings were packing up the car. They were preparing to leave, which they did. Forever. Randy found Tim in the cornfield.
What the fuck? They moved forever? They moved forever. They up and sold their house, probably at a loss, because this? Forever? They moved forever?
He was crying. Tim told Randy
They left that night? They moved all their stuff. All right.
that his father had shot the orangutan. It seems Tim's family had been relaxing after dinner.
Let's
when
watch
they abruptly
Cocomelon.
heard
Don't worry,
screams
Chris.
and banging on the side of the house. Tim's dad got his gun as Mike came in through the bathroom window.
Bionic Woman! It's on the television set. Oh, God. Let me watch Bionic Woman in peace.
And went straight for Tim. Simultaneously, Tim's family began to scream as they see Mike's parents leering in through the window. Tim begged for his dad not to shoot, but Dad, understandably, didn't listen. And Mike gets shot in the living room, and he retreats the way he came. Randy drew this using a combination of Tim's retelling and simply by seeing the house afterwards.
Randy drew these. So these are Randy. Oh, yeah. That Randy, whatever it was. Fuck.
It
That's
was
a weird
probably
signature.
easy to piece together. Randy thinks that at this point, Mike doesn't realize what the guns do. He thinks they just make noise because there'd been so many gunshots and nothing had happened. And for the record, even Tim's parents thought that Mike was an orangutan.
What's up,
until
Obama?
they saw the adults watching through the window. I guess this was one of those instances
Randy should
where
be
your
selling
kid's
arts, not
imaginary
stories.
friend abruptly becomes less than
Yes.
imaginary. A search by law enforcement fails to find Mike that night. However, Mike's injuries were grievous, and the people who lived next to Tim's house, so 2 houses down from Randy, found Mike's body in a creek
Thanks.
the next morning.
Thanks for
Randy and
those
his dad
details.
came over,
I really
and Tim
need to
and
know
his
how many
dad
houses
were already
down there
with the property owner. Mike was lifeless and rigid, laid out on a
This is how they do it.
picnic table. In
Okay. What tracksuit wearing motherfucker has a little small katana there?
sharp contrast.
Okay, wait a second. What the fuck? This kid's got a fucking super lens camera. Where is if I don't see the picture of this kid took, I am calling mega bullshit. You can't give me pencil drawings when you're saying there's pictures.
As to how he'd always
A
been.
buck knife,
And by
okay.
the time Randy arrived, it seemed
On a picnic table? Come on, fucking. This is not why picnic tables exist. Put them on a grill or something and do this shit. Kids are going to be eating their lunches at this picnic table, okay? I don't need the big dead Bigfoot hairs in my kids' potato salad.
that an impromptu autopsy was being conducted by the property owner and Tim's dad. Both men were hunters, and both were accustomed to cutting, and I guess they wanted to figure
Hunters do a lot of autopsies of mythical creatures.
out what this
Barbecue
thing was.
Bigfoot.
Once Randy realized what they were doing, he threw up in the cornfield, and he wouldn't watch, but he heard the 2 men's discussion. They described the hind tusks, which rapidly unsheath as
Okay, W. This is what you're saying. Male Sasquatch, retractable tusks. How tusks works with jaw opening.
the mouth opens, and strangely enough,
Okay.
2 hearts, or at least another organ beside the heart that seemed to perform
Yeah, it's
some
just like
function
butchering,
related to
yeah.
blood pumping. Randy would later describe this as a detached
Yeah, because that's why every time you get done with an autopsy, they just say, here's a garbage bag of your beloved. Sorry. Yeah, I did the best I could. I chopped all of his bones up.
chamber. They also noticed that Mike's member was inside of him, whatever that means. The kid whose property
Penis.
this took place on took photos of Mike. They were just about finished doing whatever they were doing when Randy
Member means penis. Come on, Randy. You're a fucking adult now.
saw two
Mike's member means penis.
massive dark shapes peek out from behind
And also the guy editing this video. It's penis. Penis. Mike's penis. They took Mike's penis and that's the one thing they kept.
a barn. Randy realized what it was before anyone else did, and he ran for the house. The property owner
Pee!
screamed and ran too.
The guy who
And
did
according
the
to
autopsy
Randy,
peed himself?
He wet himself.
Uh-huh.
Tim's dad, however,
Thank you for the big red arrow. Let's
ran
get some.
too. And according to Randy,
What did he do?
He wet
Oh, he wet himself. Okay, he wet himself. Okay, that's yellow. That's yellow, yeah.
himself. Tim's dad, however, having seen the
They're gonna
creatures
sell it to
before,
China.
and
Yeah,
therefore
hey,
being slightly
aphrodisiac.
less surprised, went for his rifle.
Rich Japanese businessmen, or rich Chinese businessmen. I guess rich businessmen of all sex love eating rare animal penises, because something?
At which point, the creatures disappeared, and not silently. They crashed away screaming. After that, Mike was buried in a trench that was used for farm animals. Ironically, Randy thinks that it was these graves that attracted the Sasquatch in the first place. Randy told me that a company that sold horse and cow feed to that area of Michigan made a terrible mistake and had sold feed contaminated with a chemical called PBB, a flame retardant.
Okay, now this just sounds like another conspiracy theory colliding with this Bigfoot telling. Don't tell me about PBB. Is it relevant to the Bigfoot story? Then keep it out of my Bigfoot video.
And this is one of the many things that not only surprised me, but
Is this what's in Mike's member? PBB?
surprised me even more to learn that it was very much true. And I guess the effects lingered in the livestock for many years and seeped into multiple products.
See, this is how you do it. You mix a little bit of truth with a little bit of...
Some days later, Randy was called to the principal's office.
With no shirt on?
It seems the boy who had taken the pictures had brought some of the photos to school.
Please. I mean, if you have the negatives, make many copies. You know what you saw. Why would you not treat this like Fort Knox, like this is evidence?
And Randy was in some of them. Randy said nothing to the principal, and as far as he knew, neither did the other boy. But when Randy got back to his house after school, there were carpet cleaning vans there, and his parents were not. Some men there were from the National Guard, and others weren't.
Okay, now it's turning into a conspiracy. The U.S. government knows about Big Feet.
Randy now assumes that they were the
Randy's tied to the chair. People are pointing fucking M16s at him. Randy, were you raped by a Bigfoot? Yes. Wrong answer, Randy. Were you? No. That's right, Randy. Now give me all the evidence you have.
infamous Men in Black, though he said they aren't pale, and they're not paranormal. He believes that they're a tribal entity. And
You're
that there are
going
a
to
few matters on the
Guantanamo
continent
Bay.
that they have jurisdiction over,
What?
and they avoid oversight because of their tribal affiliation.
If you said you saw a
and therefore
Bigfoot, you're going
are
to
not
Guantanamo
necessarily
Bay.
part of
But
the government of the U.S. But I suppose there are a
if
few
it was
matters
just
that
a
are
monkey
deferred
or
to them,
something.
according to Randy. And it seems that the soldiers had an argument with these alleged Men in Black on how to proceed, and it quickly escalated.
I see
but
all
then cooled
soldiers. I don't
down,
see any Men in
and
Black.
it seems the Men in Black won. After the application of substances, they had Randy.
Hello.
Randy lead them to the place of the incident, and though he never told them where Mike was, he couldn't help but look to the grave.
I love. We gotta hold
After
on
the
to that. A teenage Randy screaming while being injected with PBB. It's getting crazy. He's got infrasound. Come on, don't block me on this. Ah! All right, that's happy. I'm surprised it's generating these, but it's giving me some good stuff. Ketamine Party, villain origin story, yeah. with a needle filled with mysterious fluid. It's not gonna get me needle, is it? No, those are IV needles. Yeah, those are all like eyedropper things. I was secretly hoping the AI was gonna do South Park Randy. Okay, this is a syringe, but right into his mouth. That's pretty fun. This is Michael Jackson. Randy's looking like a Bigfoot. That syringe, though, yeah, right in the mouth. Okay, I think that belongs to Bigfoot evidence. We didn't know that Randy was injected.
Application of substances. They had Randy lead them to the place of the incident. And though he never told them where Mike was, he couldn't help but look to the grave. The family who owned the property was furious at poor little Randy for leading the authorities there, and they recovered Mike, and he was
Randy looking like the actual cryptid,
and so were the tools used for the dissection.
Damn.
And according to Randy,
never again, said Randy.
All mention of these occurrences, including one newspaper.
What about the other person who shot Bigfoot? Great question, Chris.
Paper that mentioned human Mike's nocturnal misadventure were all scrubbed away. Randy isn't really sure what happened next. The memories get a little bit hazy, but through some kind of psychological technique, which I won't elaborate upon, all the youth involved were made to forget about this, to vary.
Okay, that is... You need to elaborate, okay? What do you mean? This is all about elaborating. You have details that you have to share. You just showed them in being injected. MK Ultra, okay.
Varying degrees of success.
This was
But
the
all
moment
adults,
Randy
according to
became the
Randy,
Joker.
were convinced to maintain silence through more traditional means. And then 20 years passed, and it wasn't until the late
Pathological
1990s,
technique,
when
he was
Randy was in
making
his
it up.
30s, that he began to remember this incredible saga. At first, it was only fevered dreams, then with little snapshots during his waking life. And then he began to sketch them, and
I started taking LSD, and that made me see a lot of things that I definitely happened to me as a child.
as he sketched them, they came to life. And of course, these sketches are the illustrations you've been seeing throughout this video. And one of the many most astounding things about this whole case is that Randy was not even slightly artistically inclined
He
until
just coincidentally forgot until now. Yeah, what?
he began to try and draw his memories. And it also helped him piece together the memories and make sense of everything. And it wasn't until this point that he realized that he had any artistic inclination whatsoever. When I met with Randy, I had yet to work with an illustrator myself. So unfortunately, the complexity of that
is
process
impressive.
was kind of lost on me at the time. The sheer volume of detail is truly astounding.
If
I'd been working with an illustrator and then visited Randy, I would have been far more intrigued by that. So the fact that he went from not drawing at all to
What are you putting? That he puts objects in the scene?
being able to draw dozens and dozens of images of this quality, that's either a dedication and singular focus that I can scarcely imagine.
You could scarcely imagine, but people do this all the time. They're called graphic artists. They're called, they work on graphic novels and cartoons.
Or it's something else. And I think that speaks to his dedication, or even desperation, to cement this
what's with the scrolling?
experience and
Jesus.
use it to better understand these creatures and the nature of their existence, which to Randy are as real as the clouds in the sky. Aside from the obvious parts of this narrative that push the envelope in terms of belief, there was one thing that I found a little bothersome, and that is how much agency the kids had.
Yeah, the drawings are proof. Exactly.
10-year-olds camping in the woods
No one could draw this good unless they were telling the truth.
overnight, and being brought to such strange and ostensibly dangerous sights. I mentioned this to Randy.
I mean, can you draw a big-titted Sasquatch from memory?
While we were driving, and he super
has to
casually
be
said
true.
something like, "Well, you're just a kid
It
yourself,
was the
so you
70s.
wouldn't know." But back then, they used to treat kids like people, and I thought that was kind of funny. In the distant past, called the 1970s, a time before kids were treated like Pomeranians with savings accounts. Next Sunday.
What? Pomeranians with savings account? What does that mean? Kids were treated like Pomeranians with savings accounts. Like dogs? I don't know. What does that mean? Back in my
I'm going
day,
to
I was
upload a
treated
quick-
like a Pomeranian with a savings account and a bottle of champagne. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I think he means modern kids.
Chunk
Oh,
of the
okay.
interview with more of my thoughts and commentary on it at the end. I only included a little bit of the interview in this video for 2 reasons. First, I think it's good to go into this subtly and come at the interview with a basic understanding of the events.
Damn, kids
as you
are like
don't want to go into this
Pomeranians with
blind
savings
and get your
accounts.
proverbial socks knocked off like
They
I
didn't
did.
say big
But
savings
second,
accounts.
and yes, this is a familiar sob story, but I've been having a tremendous struggle with monetization. Every video I make is a sizable investment of both time and money, so it's devastating whenever one gets deemed
I'm gonna give up my journalistic integrity and only show little bits of the interview so that I can monetize my YouTube video. You piece of shit! You, where is your integrity?
suitable by the all-seeing eye. Especially after I do the
This
whole
is
private
subtle?
upload
Yeah.
shtick to run it through the checks. Then it looks good, but a surprise comes later. So between this video and next week's video, I'm really hoping that at least one of the two will remain in good standing. And on that note, next week's video is already up on Patreon.
You know what? I'm glad to hear that even Sasquatch videos are struggling in this YouTube. That means something's going to happen. Every content creator is having issues, you know. So, you know, if Bigfoot videos weren't struggling, everyone would just switch to doing Bigfoot videos. But it's nice to know that across the board, YouTube is being giant idiots. So,
As well as
want me to get the teleparenting Bigfoot video? Yes, please do, W. Thank you.
some 100 minutes of
And also, yeah.
raw interview. And I promise you, it's unlike anything you've ever seen or heard.
YouTube is
And
trying to
there's a link
keep the
for that
truth
in
from
the
being
video's
out there.
description,
Exactly.
As well as a link to Randy's channel.
If I
want to
include
mention
too much
that I
of the
brought my
truth and
cameras
too
and
much of the proof of
microphones for field
Bigfoot,
investigations,
I'm going to get
not for
demonetized.
recording
so
interviews.
They just don't want
Of
you to
course,
know.
I didn't expect to have to use my camera in the woods, but I know that had I not brought them, that's obviously when the Bigfoots would decide to have a parade. So my interview with Randy was never really part of the plan. I'm accustomed to Sasquatch sightings lasting maybe 3 seconds and involving 1 or 2 people, whereas Randy's encounter lasted for weeks. and
Okay, wait. Look at the back of Andy's house. There's a fucking Grim Reaper. Fuck the Bigfoot. There's a Grim Reaper in his house.
Involved many. So the interview
Susan
initially
Wojcicki?
was just
More
so I
like
could keep
Susan
track of
Bigfooty.
everything for
Isn't
my
it?
own
Wait a
reference.
sec. Didn't Susan step down? Anyway.
I probably would have behaved differently had I thought people would see this.
Can we
In
read
fact, I
Breeding
only
with
really
Bigfoot
wanted
on
the audio,
stream?
but the
I
cameras
think
have
so.
to be on to catch the audio, so I figured I might as well end them enough.
Sicky
If
shade.
it seems like amateur hour, that's because it is.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot
Yeah.
in this video, so I'm sorry about that. But I think it's important to keep in mind that I had not worked with an illustrator at any capacity at
A
this point.
smutty
It just
fantasy
boggles my mind
romance.
how the first illustrations I ever received
I
to
did-
accompany a video
I didn't set out to be Bigfoot's captive pregnant mate, but here I am. I think Randy wrote this. This is his pen name, Siggy.
were not by my direction. It's a bit strange how fate seemed to align that way. Whenever I make a video on a user submission, it's based off an email chain or 1 or 2 chats, and I kind of have the luxury of ignorance, so to speak, meaning I can kind of weave past or omit the mundane transitions and little details that accompany being alive. But Randy's story is just so specific. It is so specific. This is a lot of stuff happening really fast. Like how Randy's dad took off to the barn after seeing 2 large animals prowling around where Randy was playing. He didn't take the time to tell his wife why he was leaving because of the urgency presented by the maybe bears. Then as he's coming, the
maybe
male
bears?
Bigfoot can see him, but he can't.
Okay. Attack of the maybe bears. There's a lot of bizarre smut on Amazon, like Trump smut or dinosaur smut. Ah. Or both. I feel like every combination of things, too. Okay. Okay. Bears. Number 2, bear. Number 1, these are maybe bears. I don't know what the fuck those are, but they may be bears. I'm going to put the baby bears in Bigfoot research. Oh, thank you, WJ. All right.
See it. Then the police come because his mom couldn't find her son or husband, so that's why she looked out the window to the barn, which she only did because she couldn't find anyone. I don't know if I'm explaining this right.
No,
but that's so
you're
much
not
detail
explaining
for
it
such
good.
a small amount of plot.
Maybe Bear
Usually,
sounds like a
report
band name.
wouldn't
Hey, what's up,
include that
Boki?
level
Yes,
of
it does.
complexity.
That sounds pretty
Normally that would just be, my dad came out, and my mom called the police a minute later. And the fact that he managed to catch all this detail in his illustrations is just beyond me.
That
Like how
just
the
means he's
foot
good.
here is looped in the fence. That's something I probably wouldn't have thought of if I was just describing a scene of a Sasquatch leaping over a fence. And that's just one example. My illustrator, Fred Dunn, is obviously a career artist, and I've been doing this for a while myself.
You're getting ripped off. Fred is fucking you. Have you paid any money for this illustration?
And I think we would have struggled with this a bit. And Randy just plopped it all out, with no experience whatsoever. I don't know. With my channel being what it is, with what I do, I think I'm fairly well poised to assess the retelling of complicated events with the use of illustrations. And the
Okay.
fact that Randy just kind of did this.
I spoke
I
too
don't
soon
know.
of Fred.
I don't know.
He
It's strange.
fire Fred, hire
The
Randy.
fact
Exactly.
that he drew his account.
Goddamn, just
step
yeah,
by
hire
step
Randy. He's
is
amazing.
absolutely remarkable, especially with no artistic.
Is this
training
video about
or even
Randy or you?
interest
Or
until he decided
Bigfoot?
to
It
do
should be
And
about
had I
Bigfoot.
already been familiar with that process, I surely would have been more stunned than I already was. Okay.
Fred has
So the
cancer,
big question,
allegedly. Oh.
Did this happen?
Yeah, I can't believe this.
Well, there is one
He
thing
has
I'm
the maybe
completely
cancer.
certain about, and that is, I don't think Randy is lying. And I may have said this already, but this is his truth. I have no doubt about that. I'm sure Randy thought I was touched in the head, because I'd ask the same question in different forms at different points of the story over and over again. I could not trip this guy up.
Touched in
He
the
was
head.
speaking from memory. This was no performance. I'm sure of this. And even if it was all
This was no performance.
made up, why on earth would he include
This-
all the stuff that
that
no
was
one's
no
actually going
performance.
to believe?
This
And stuff that he clearly
that's
didn't
no
want to talk about.
performance.
And I'm first to acknowledge that the human brain has a lot of gray area between truth
Of
and
course,
reality.
Randy has Bigfoot
Any
t-shirts to sell.
psychologist will tell you that
Randy's
passing
got a
of
fucking Bigfoot museum. I think he's got a lot of reasons to lie, and not a whole lot of reasons to tell the truth.
polygraph
And goddamn, he's got fucking graphic novel skills. I want to see fucking Sin City Bigfoot comics. Yeah,
about an
goddamn.
incident is by no means assurance that the incident occurred as stated.
And we're getting
And
them
I'm
for
convinced
free.
beyond doubt that he's not a liar, but I do acknowledge that it is possible to be honest and wrong. But he sure didn't seem delusional to me. I will say, and sorry, Randy, if you're watching this, but once when
Well, he didn't seem delusional, but Randy was pumped full of drugs by the Men in Black. So, I mean, he was literally, that was part of his story.
he went to the bathroom, I literally
Can anything
smelled
be
and
trusted
tasted
by
his
Randy?
drink. There was no alcohol
What is with the same big arrow? We could see the fucking drink.
in it. It was some sort of lemonade thing. At one point over my 4 days,
What is the importance of him drinking lemonade during your interview? That's kind of weird that it was in a thermos, but it keeps it cool or cold or warm. It's good at just keeping the temperature.
there,
Whatever.
I rudely asked if there was anything a bit stronger than water to drink. Lord, did I need it.
I found the
Randy should be
monster.
writing
He said
scripts
he
and
thought
books
there
and
may be
doing
some
art, yes,
beer in the
not doing
garage.
cons.
There were a few, and they were long expired. And I don't know anyone with a substance
What?
issue that has expired beer sitting in the garage fridge that is otherwise impeccably stocked with Aquafina
Honestly, can beer really expire? I mean, it would go flat, maybe, but
and Lipton's iced tea. And let me tell you,
Skunky
Randy is in
beer,
good
yeah.
shape. Let's see, if he was 10 in 77, then he was born in 67, meaning in 2019 he was 52. I'm in pretty good shape.
I
or
guess
at
this
least I
guy,
was
like-
back then, though not nearly as good as illustrated me. But I was certainly struggling to keep up with him. He just marched on, and it was actually a little strange, to be honest. And we talked about current events and relationships and the weather and all sorts of stuff.
anything but
Randy
that.
certainly
Bigfoot
seemed
details.
grounded to me. The only reason I tell you all of this
Randy
is
getting
because
drunk
to
off
me,
a skunk
it's clear
beer.
that he wasn't lying. He's not a druggo, and he certainly didn't seem crazy.
If Randy, what is this editing?
So what's
If Randy A isn't lying, B isn't sober, D isn't crazy, why is this an ABC? Does not mean he's true. Yeah, wait.
left?
He's honest, yeah.
And it was Randy's emotion that really did it for me, as far as ruling out lying.
Dot. If Randy isn't lying, is sober, isn't crazy.
And they had Mike's body on a picnic table back behind their house by a pole barn where they had horses, and 2 of their horses had died of that PPD poisoning.
Hey,
That's
what's
what
up,
he
babe?
was going around back then, and he had already dug a shallow grave. And it was typical back then, and the state would come pick these poisoned horses.
I have a clip.
and
Oh,
cows up
please
and
share,
put them in
Aiden.
a mass grave.
Here you go. Hold on. Please share. How do we confirm he's sober and isn't lying? Yeah, what does that mean?
Which is
And
another
not
reason why I think
crazy.
the Sasquatches were close to my barn. Was a dumping site from the farm
thank you,
next
Aiden.
door that,
Right.
you know.
Oh, what is this real quick? Yeah. Oh, is this Bigfoot related? Okay. Like, yeah. Ooh, wow, ooh, wow. Not Bigfoot related. Sorry.
We're putting their,
No
their
Bigfoot. Yeah,
cows
yeah,
next to our property.
A little off
Creek
track.
ran behind their house.
That's how
what they
Mike
told me to do,
sounded.
because that little swamp there, they
That's
said would
the noise
clean
of the
their blood
barn
and,
incident.
like, all the
Oh,
poison that were in it before it could-
oh.
I went down there sometimes and that creek was red with blood, where they piled those cows up until they took them. But excuse me a minute.
Lemonade, not beer. Mike is honest and or Randy. Randy is honest and truthful. I could tell by the thermos that he was telling the truth.
Where was it?
Who drinks lemonade and lies to me?
Can I take a break here a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna.
Mike would be honest if I said that.
Yeah,
we can take cigarette breaks.
If we didn't dissect Mike on the table for PBB and see what his teeth look like, and then also dispose of his body in a way where his atoms are gone.
yeah, let's go take a cigarette.
Because where I leave off,
Mike is just a
remember that
sleep
now. I got
paralysis
over there.
demon, though. Interesting theory.
like I've had to like I said, the memories didn't all come piling back. It was bits and pieces in big chunks
Right.
with pieces missing in between. Well, the government was already alerted to these Sasquatches, like I told you.
Yeah,
I was
you're-
going to get to that at the end
So why isn't the government coming after you now, Randy?
when they started talking about it, that, they were a problem.
Edit the mic at
people
least,
freak
yeah.
out when think about what that kid had to go through.
Yeah, he's literally like doubling the
Oh,
audio.
you went through it too.
Come on. Edit back
But
and
you
forth.
weren't taken.
I could, even then.
This is
I
break
could've
time,
handled
so
it.
he didn't
They
think he was
have
gonna
to
put this in.
hypnotize me. I wouldn't have been traumatic. I knew it was an animal, and that's they do animal things. They don't do human things.
Right.
They don't live by our set of rules. I knew that back then. I could have lived with that. I wouldn't have been traumatized.
Uh-huh.
But getting taken at night.
Who is the
that
man
would
in
be way
black?
different. Not
question.
knowing what the hell. I saw what it was. I could see it was a primate.
I'm going to be totally honest. If that happened to me last night, if the car broke down and that happened to me last night, I would not recover from it.
Really?
No, I don't think I would recover from that.
I think it would be hard. Not now. Dude, I could talk about it. I can, if we had a problem with Sasquatch, I could talk our way out of it if you didn't freak out.
You could talk your way out of it.
They don't go to freak out mode right away.
You could talk your way out of it with it.
Yeah. If you don't freak out and start screaming, because they don't.
Big feet only want one thing, and I don't like to talk about that anymore. Let's take another break.
They don't go to panic mode right away. If they're around you, they're checking you out
They have one mode they go to.
because they're curious, or you happen to
I don't want to talk about the barn again.
cross their path.
Yeah.
And if they,
And it's their home.
they're not
He
gonna
learned the
immediately
hard way
attack
by
you. They're gonna give
impersonating
you
a gorilla.
one,
Yeah, that's
the
why.
bluff charge.
That's
or
what
they're
triggered the
gonna
whole thing, yeah.
Throw something at you, or they're going to just make noise and make you go away. Then the last thing they want to do, because they're aware of their own mortality, is get her to get into a confrontation with a human. They know that might
Not end
they
well.
have a gun, or
Right. All right, let's take that break.
they're smart enough to figure that out.
Will Smith kidnapped Randy and injected him with ketamine. Yeah, there we
First, the
go.
juveniles don't know
That's the real story behind Men in Black. If you didn't get that from the movies, you weren't watching. You weren't watching between the lines,
why
between the
the
frames.
Michigan Dogman thing is so.
Hey, Michigan Dogman. I wrote 2 one-act comedies about the Michigan Dogman. Actually, I'm like
heard about because you know
I'm
they're
looking at the
juveniles
two posters for them.
and people see the way they're
Beast
run.
of Bray Road, exactly.
You see the way they
WJ.
groom and the way
That's
they
more
move,
of a
they look
the
like
Wisconsin
a
name for
a
them.
dog-like thing because they're the way their feet bend like this, in the back, it kind of looks like a dog leg, you know, when they're on their toes like that, and then their foot goes like that. You know what I mean? I drew pictures of it like that up there, but.
Lying is easy, but lying convincingly is actually pretty difficult. And the emotion which Randy speaks with.
We'll sidetrack for a second. Wait, I want to see the end of the Randy thing, but I also want to look up. Michigan Dogman song. All right. We'll listen to the Dogman song next. And then I want to see
is
teleporting.
Not something that can be contrived or falsified, especially repetitively. Again, I can't stress this enough. My encounter with Randy really caught me off guard. On the one hand, it's so counterintuitive to my perception of Sasquatch. And yet, after years of thought, I came to accept that the behavior that Randy described of Mike the Sasquatch is very much what I would expect of an adolescent creature of this description, going through what we may call the terrible twos. The need for attention,
Cover up
and the
all
drop of a
Bigfoot's
dime
titties.
changes of attitude. And all things considered, I think Mike was actually quite well behaved, after factoring in his age and maturity level. I think Mike just wanted to play.
I think Randy encountered a bunch of circus monkeys. None of this is... Circus monkeys is not Sasquatch.
And let me tell you, this weighed heavily on my mind during our night
Look up
investigations.
Goopsie. It's not on there.
Anyway,
What do you mean?
check out my Patreon for my full interview with Randy, as well as our walk down Randy's Hall
What's
of
Goopsie
Memories
not on?
drawn. Next week's video is also already up there, should you like an early viewing. Anyway, again,
Goopsie
please
on-
like this video
on
and
your
subscribe
videos?
for updates.
What?
That really helps me a lot.
I'm confused,
And as
Aiden.
always, thanks an awful lot for listening.
No, thank you. That was some excellent research. Look it up. Oh, am I shadow banned or something? Oh, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck, Aiden? Yeah, this is confusing. Hey, what the fuck? I should be #1 for Goopsie. What the fuck? Why? That's weird. That's so strange. Goopsie in chat, maybe? Yeah, what the fuck? Why do I have to search Goopsie cat AI? Yeah. Anyway, that's really fucked, Aiden. I gotta figure it. I don't know why that is. Thank you for alerting me. That is weird. So if someone hears of Goopsie and tries to look him up, they can't. That's kind of bullshit. You're in there. My search is weird. Oh, interesting. Yes, I saw that. I have teleporting Bigfoot up, but I want real quick sidetrack. Since it was mentioned, the Michigan dog man, he's not a werewolf, he's a dog man. It's a Michigan, Wisconsin cryptid. That's like an Italian social work program, I think, Aiden, for kids with special needs, which is interesting that that's the only other AiPD, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, so the Michigan Dog Man, they wrote a song about it, this Northern Michigan radio station. I hope this is it. I might have to find a different one, but... And they played it... They also played it during April Fools. And then I got a bazillion phone calls. Yes, here we go. This is it.
So the officer and I went out there to take a look at it.
Not Bigfoot related. Maybe
You know,
Bigfoot
he just
related,
tried
but
to chew in around the doors.
a fun song. If I didn't hear about Michigan Dog Man, I wouldn't be
Dog
going on this
print,
tangent.
alongside the window there.
There are no dog mans, only werewolves.
So it was, obviously a dog.
Good song. And kind of a spooky song.
A cool summer morning in early June is when the legend began. at a nameless logging camp in Wexford County where the Manistee River ran. 11 lumberjacks
The Bigfoot is under the chat.
found an animal they thought was
What's
a
up, Weird?
dog. In a playful mood, they chased it around till it ran inside a hollow log. A logger named Johnson grabbed him a stick, poked around inside. Then the thing let out an unearthly scream and came out.
It
And
was
stood upright.
Evading Facebook groups will be cool. Yes, I'm going
None
deep.
of those men ever said
On
very
the
much
Sasquatch
about whatever happened then.
In fact, if I could meet some of
They
these
just packed
Bigfoot
their
people,
belongings and left that night, were never heard from again. It was 10 years later in 97 when a farmer near Buckley was found. Slumped over his plow, his heart had stopped. There were dog tracks all around. 7 years past the
Specifically dog
turn of the
tracks.
century, they say a crazy old woman had a dream. Dogs that surrounded her house at night. They walked like men and screamed. In 1917, a sheriff who was out walking found a
Maybe check
driverless
Bigfoot's
wagon
Twitter.
with
Oh, yeah.
tracks in the dust like wolves had been stalking. Near the roadside, a four-horse team like wide. When the vet finished up his examination, he said it looked like they died of fright. In 37, a schooner captain said several crew members had reported a pack of wild
Oh, here he
dogs
is!
roaming Bowers Harbor. His story
what the fuck?
was never recorded.
The top mod of our Ask the Donald. What the fuck is Ask the Donald?
In 57, a man of the cloth found claw marks on an old church door. The newspaper said they'd been made by a dog.
What? Blue check mark, yeah.
He'd
I
had
can't
stood
trust the blue check.
7'4".
Bigfoot
In
Mountain.
67, a
Sassy
van load
Squatch
of
girl.
hippies told a park ranger named Quinn they'd been awakened in the night by a scratch at the window. There was a dog man looking in and grinning. In 77, there were screams in the night near the village of Bel Air. Could have been a bobcat, could have been the wind. Nobody looked up there. Then in the summer of 87, near Luther, it happened again. At a cabin in the woods, it looked like maybe someone had tried to break in. There were cuts around the doors that could only been made by very sharp teeth and claws. He didn't wear shoes because he didn't have feet.
Alright,
He
so
walked
someone's already doing
just
AI
two
Bigfoot
paws.
evidence.
All right, y'all.
So far this year, no stories have appeared.
When someone says Harry and the
Have
Hendersons
dog
is a
men
bad movie,
gone away?
what the fuck?
Have they disappeared?
That's Bigfoot evidence? How is that Bigfoot evidence?
Soon enough, I guess we'll know, because this is the time to fear. For another 10 years
What is
has
this?
come around. The 7th year is here. And somewhere in the Northwoods
Oh,
darkness,
sorry, Grizz. Yeah.
a creature walks upright.
Talk to Bigfoot on character AI. Oh.
And the best advice you may ever get is don't go out at night.
Okay. Fight me, Nightbot. Sorry, Grizz, yeah. All right, we found them. I'm at the ledge of a mountain near the border of California and Oregon. Okay. Everything characters say is made up. Oh, damn it! Damn it, Lemmy! That's right. How could I trust something? Oh. All right, that was the Dogman song. Pretty good, pretty good. Ask Bigfoot, do you like Goopsy the cat? Well, everything is made up, so. Come on, don't fuck me, Bigfoot. Yes, I love all creatures that don't mind me being around. Goopsie the cat sounds like a very nice kitty. If it's not hostile towards me, then I'd be very happy spending time with it. Okay, thanks, Bigfoot. Thanks, Grizz. If it wasn't only not for this bullet point, I could trust everything that this Bigfoot was telling me, but I guess Bigfoot's a big fat phony on character AI. All right, this is another video.
Hello and welcome to Cryptid Spotlight, the Spotsville Monster. For those of you keeping track...
Alright, this is looking into some of Bigfoot's abilities, like he goes through portals and UFOs. Bigfoot in a future episode, maybe.
This is episode 2 of the 4th season, so I didn't give it too much action. Much more, I will talk about any type of creature.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, a lot of cryptids in this one. The Flatwoods Monster was, Fallout. Beast of Bray Road. Okay, there we go. Jersey Devil. Thunderbird. Nain Rouge. That's another Michigan one. Yeah. Kirtland. Okay, that looks like Megamind. Dover Demon. I haven't heard of a lot of these. Jackalope I've heard of. Hodag I haven't heard of. Whoa, whoa. Beast of Busco. A fucking turtle. Okay. Skinwalker. That just seems like a guy. La Llorona, I know they made a shitty movie about that. Goatman, Loup Garou, Glucaster Serpent. It looks like a dog eel. What is that? Glucaster Serpent. Hold on. What? Glucaster Serpent. Legendary creature seen out the a massive serpent-like creature with humps along its back. This one honestly looks like a fucking dog. It looks like a dog seal. Okay. Whoever made this poster, not doing there. Champ looks like Nessie. Oh yeah, Champ, yeah. Lizard Man of Scape or Swamp. What the fuck?
But I've always shied away from Bigfoot due to there being so much information out there that is constantly being rehashed. So much proof out there. And I feel there are already people who dedicate their studies to it and know way more than I do. From time to time I will talk about Bigfoot, but normally only if I have something new or interesting to say, or if a certain topic is highly requested, like my Patterson-Gimlin video. With today's topic, it marks all the boxes
There's
for
so
being
many
a
cryptids
Bigfoot,
I don't know about.
but also being different enough that I feel I can talk about it. So let's get into this. Out of all the cryptids that are said to roam about the world, very few of them actually have a
Grassman?
huge number of people believing that they exist outside of their home areas.
Skunk Ape? Loveland Frogman. Hey, we looked
Bigfoot
about that.
is different in that regards, since there are many believers,
all.
but also quite a few skeptics who are open to the idea of it actually being a real thing. Of course, there are a lot who don't, but those numbers are vastly different when compared to those of most all other cryptids. So with its popularity, over time the Sasquatch has had many proposed theories as to what exactly it is. Some of the more scientific ideas see it as a flesh and blood animal, much like a deer or bear, while some say it could be a lost ancestor of humans, or maybe even an undiscovered primate, much in lines with the often discussed Gigantopithecus. Outside of the scientific realm, theories have emerged to try to explain the creature's elusive nature, such as it being an interdimensional being.
Woo!
There is a the
Hold on, wait, look at this fucking.
Such as it being an interdimensional.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, hold on. We're sticking with the pencil drawings. Bigfoot. Interdimensional Bigfoot walking out of a portal in a large tree. Bigfoot using no clip. Yeah, just walking right through. Come on, give me a big. I want to see Bigfoot. Okay, yes. There we go. Now that's good. That's some Bigfoot evidence right there. Pencil drawing, scary. Detailed. I want some more detail. Those are too shadowy. I mean, I know Bigfoot's just really always blurry and shit, but I want some detail up in this bitch. Ooh. Pretty good. What the fuck is these? This door's got some titties on it. I like that one, though. That's pretty good. All right. Well, back to it.
Being that is a pet of extraterrestrial entities, or even that actually is an alien species.
Uh-huh.
These last two have been brought.
Oh, what's this?
Pithecus. Outside of the scientific realm, theories have emerged to try to explain the creatures that
Thank you, W.
brought up, since many Bigfoot sightings are linked with UFOs in an area, and also there are a few encounters where people have claimed to see a Sasquatch-like creature interacting with alien life forms. Well, for the most part, these are simply nice ideas that have not a lot of information backing them. That is, until we look at the story from the town of Spottsville in Henderson County, Kentucky. Our story begins when the Nunnally family moved into their new home on Mountain Ridge Road in 1975. The family consisted of a man named Red, his wife Rose, and their 6 children.
What's up, a random Australian? What does the with AI thing means? It means we're using AI to help find Bigfoot. We're using all of the generative AI technology to pinpoint where Bigfoot could be. Like, let's say, where is Bigfoot right now? Please give GPS coordinates. And we're also improving Bigfoot evidence by improving pencil drawings. Hold on. Oh, fuck. I can't give you GPS coordinates of Bigfoot right now because nobody knows where he is. Bigfoot is a mythical creature. Okay, Google's part is clearly broken. It doesn't work, but...
From all accounts, Red was fairly straightforward, and it wasn't the type of...
Okay, I guess we gotta use OpenAI. Hold on, same question. Same question, different AI. Maybe I'll get the truth here. Google is a liar. Okay, OpenAI is full of shit too. That doesn't mean they don't know where he's at. But we've got some good Bigfoot evidence here. A random Australian, if you want some of the evidence we've accumulated over the night. Let's go into our collections here. Let's start. We've started a Bigfoot collection here. We've got a Bigfoot pencil drawing. These are all pencil drawings, by the way. We've got a macaque, which is off-brand mac and cheese. This is crucial to the credibility of the storyteller who told us the story. We've got Bigfoot using a sonic blast of infrasonics, so whatever that means. We got Big Mama Bigfoot. Very scary. You don't want to come into contact with Big Mama Bigfoot. She'll tear your barn apart. This is what happens when the Men in Black find you and you're talking about Bigfoot. But for some reason, they only do it when you're a kid. And if you're an adult talking about it and selling T-shirts, they don't care, I guess. And these are maybe bears because, a lot of the story, they were like, maybe it was a bear. Well, these are maybe bears, and they don't look like Bigfoots. So, and this is Bigfoot walked through a portal. Oh, wait. Here in Southeast QLD, where I am on the border of QLD and NSW, Lots of Bigfoots. Yowies, which are Australian Bigfoots. A yowie. Hold on. We got to look up yowies. Hold on. Yowies. Oh, oh, amazing. Holy shit. Oh, I love that. Oh, wow. A random Australian. That's great. Yowies. I have never heard of a yowie before, but I feel like this is going to help our Bigfoot hunt. Wow. Great. I'll have to keep researching that.
Man,
right.
to be frightened.
We're trying
of
to learn
anything.
of Bigfoot's teleporting
He stayed
abilities.
steadfast in this, even though the previous owner
Makes
had
sense
warned them that there
how
was
we
a strange
just see
creature
it,
lurking
yeah.
in the forest. And even at one
thank
point
you,
saw a
random
large,
Australian.
hairy creature standing right outside his front door. This previous tenant
I've
stated
only
that in
heard
his
of
sighting,
yowie.
he grabbed his rifle and fired quite a few bullets directly at the being.
I've also
But
heard
even
that.
though the figure filled the door frame, none of the shots seemed to hit it. Not to mention that no blood was found later on. Even with a warning like that, Red was confident that his shotgun would be sufficient enough to remedy any issues that dared to
I
show
got
its
nervous when
face.
Jason opened Google.
The family set up a farm where Rose could grow vegetables and Red planted tobacco plants. In the springtime, things started to become really
Yowie
weird
have
on the property.
Big hands, not feet.
Quite a few of the
Yowie,
family's chickens
yowie.
disappeared, but it was simply ruled out as a fox or weasel being the culprit.
Then why did you just tell me the story? Why are you wasting my time teleporting, Bigfoot man?
Then, a few of the children began finding the bodies of
A yowie was actually caught on an infrared camera. No joke. Oh shit, you got a link, random Australian?
dogs lying in the field. What makes it odd is that they were discovered to be torn down the belly, and the eyes, tongue, and internal organs had been removed. To make the situation stranger, there wasn't any blood on the ground, nor any
It's on
footprints
YouTube.
to be seen in the freshly tilled soil.
I'll look it up after this one.
Also, even though the bodies were out in the open, no predators had made a meal of it, and not a single fly was trying to land on it. Things would start to ramp up when at night, the family would hear strange, unfamiliar sounds, sometimes coming from the forest, while
Alright, does he have glowing eyes?
other times it seemed near the house. Even the family's hunting dogs, who were known to be fearless, would scurry under the floorboards anytime the sounds were present.
That's not the floorboard. That's under a bed.
All of these things combined started to get to Red, since he wasn't so confident that his shotgun would be enough to stave off.
Hold on. Where is the
whatever seemed-
teleporting?
Although this time it was light enough out that he was able to give a real good description. It was 8 feet tall. He pulled up his gun.
Alright, red eyes.
Then the creature turned and ran out the other side of the barn.
Uh-huh.
Even though it was raining and the ground had turned to mud, Ray wasn't able to find any prints left by the monster.
Because they were rained away. What do you mean?
Ray
The
told
photo of
Red
the
this
forehead, yeah.
encounter, and the father of 6
Hold on. Let me get my my evidence. Yeah. Here's my evidence. This is my evidence that Bigfoot uses teleports. You can see in the wrinkles, you know, if you look closely, you can see the Bigfoot portals in this guy's pores. You know, they're just this is part of my Bigfoot video. So I had to I gotta include all the evidence, guys. I don't want you to miss anything, okay?
hunting the monster, the story took a
It doesn't
fascinating
look
and
like that.
puzzling turn.
That's a
One
lot
day
of
he
wrinkles.
was out in the forest.
I can't even. Yeah, I don't have many forehead wrinkles. I can't even. How do you get your? I can't even squeeze my head to look like that.
When a massive
When you see a Bigfoot, your brain just turns to mush, and you get a bunch of forehead wrinkles like that.
rainstorm
He
hit.
melts you with his
He
red
found
eyes.
refuge in an old abandoned barn, but come to find out, he wasn't the only one. As he turned to look around, he saw the familiar form of the creature that he had been hunting, and it was standing at the end of the barn, just staring at him.
This is why old men always see
Ray was
Bigfoot.
unable to move as
Not
the
a
beast
bad
walked
theory,
up to him,
Mojave.
still staring at him with those famous red eyes.
Another Bigfoot
Ray
using
was
an
a
old
6 foot tall
barn.
man, and when this creature stood next to him,
9 feet tall.
its stomach was at eye level. In a shocking twist, the creature didn't attack, but it instead spoke to Ray using telepathy.
What? What happened to infrasounds? Now it's just using full-on telepathy?
It simply said, "Don't be afraid, I won't harm you."
All right.
Then
Those are
The
clearly two
creature
human
turned
beings.
and
so,
ran
but,
out the other side of the barn.
you know, finding a
Even though
graphic
it was
like that
raining
with
and the ground had turned
a
to mud,
Bigfoot and a
Ray
human,
wasn't able to find
too
any
hard.
prints left by the monster. Ray
It's
told
Mr.
Red
Burns.
of this encounter, and the father of 6 asked
Forehead wrinkles allow telepathy waves to enter your thank you.
if he
Thank
thought
you,
this
Bumpy. I think
creature
that's
might
right.
eventually try to take any of his family. Ray stated that he figured the creature was content with killing livestock and scaring people, but if it ever grew restless, nothing would seem to be able to stop it if it chose to become violent. It is said that after this revelation, Red decided to keep a bucket of kerosene near the door in case the creature did attack, and in his mind, it would be better to set the house on fire with his family inside rather than have the monster take any of them.
Yeah, in our other story, Mike couldn't even say his name, and now they do full sentences telepathically. So yeah, someone's lying. Or different big feet have different abilities. It's like Mike was also a kid.
It wasn't long after this that the Nunley family,
plausible.
only after a year of living on the property, packed up their things and moved to the city. Claims that he kept an eye on the spot for many weeks, and during that time he saw at least 3 other similar beings emerge from it. Through the following years up until 2004, Ray stated that he saw the monster around his house many
Bigfoot
times,
into the Bigfoot
but they tended to show up around dusk. Every time they would come near, they would set off his motion sensor light, and he would get a good glimpse of
These
them
random
before
stock
they'd run
photos, yeah,
away.
these are crazy.
As stated, Ray had acquired some evidence proving the creature existed. But today,
Yeah. Here's a photo of the evidence. There's evidence tape, and it's evidence. And in case you wanted to look closer, there's a magnifying glass. So we can't show you the evidence, but here is the evidence envelope.
date hasn't come forward with any of it. Not to mention that if you look up the old articles, he is quite adamant in his statements that what he saw and was hunting was a large bear.
Then why are you distorting it?
This seems really odd to say the least. According to Ray, when the
Are these the men in black?
story first made
They look
waves
like bird victims with fancy hats.
with the press, he says he was approached by the police.
Magnifying glass could be in against wrinkles to see the portals better. I think we're really tying all the evidence together. We're really, we're seeing the large gaping holes in the story, and we're just filling them right in, much like the pores of that guy's forehead wrinkles.
Who asked to see his evidence. And when he showed them, they confiscated it. They then warned him not to retell the story or mention anything about the monster. If he didn't
Well, he did, so what is...
comply, they said he would be arrested on false charges and would never see his family again.
He'd be arrested on false charges. No, you would tell... I'm going to make you disappear. What? Arrested on false charges.
At
Doesn't
first,
make no
he didn't
sense.
take the threat serious, but the pressure became too strong.
So
and
now
he
he's
released
being
a
arrested
statement
for
to
seeing
the paper
Bigfoot. Yeah.
that you're
He's
probably
in,
seeing
he's
now
in a
about the
maximum
creature
security
being a bear.
prison for...
Ray asked for his evidence
Did
back,
Bigfoot
but
start
kept being
COVID?
denied until one day his family returned home to find a bag on his porch, which contained the crushed up remnants of his plaster cast he had made out of the footprint. While this type of behavior isn't something new, you always have to wonder why, and note how convenient additions to the story like this is. That is, until looking into the full history of the area, and noting that Saudi T069 told me that a similar... Also, some say 200 chickens
What
were
is
killed
happening,
rather than
brother?
16. The Nunleys encountered the creature for only a year, so buying 200 chickens in a year, especially after they kept getting killed, seems expensive and a highly unlikely number.
Well, I think if you have a coyote in the area and you just don't want to kill the coyote, then you're just going to keep buying chickens. And they're going to keep getting torn to shreds. That photo, yeah. Why is the chicken laying a golden egg? And why would it be Bigfoot? Chickens disappearing equaling Bigfoot. I just, that's a stretch.
16 was in the original article, so that seems more reasonable, and what
All right, that's a long stretch from... Anyway, well, let's get back to... Thanks for watching, everybody. This is the first series of my AI Bigfoot hunting. We were mainly watching Bigfoot videos, but yeah, we threw in some Dolly What is this? Chico foot? Yeah, exactly. Oh, what's this, Lemmy? Oh, here we go. Hold on.
Number 15, Independence Day sighting.
Oh, it's
this
chills.
footage was apparently filmed on...
Okay, I'll save that for next time. Thanks for watching. I gotta go to bed, everybody. If you like what you want, more Bigfoot hunting coming soon. I normally do AI-generated crap. This was like a funded thing through Twitch. So thanks, everybody who watched this. More Bigfoot hunting coming soon. Till next time. Sorry I missed earlier. Yeah, real life stuff comes up. But tomorrow I'll be doing another stream about Bigfoot hunting. And maybe I'll do a Goopsie stream after. We'll see. We'll see how the Bigfoot hunting goes. For a little bit, it's going to be Bigfoot, though. So maybe I'll make it a once-a-week thing. Maybe I'll keep going. I think it was pretty fun. I'm addicted to learning more about Bigfoot. So I thought I knew a lot. I've learned so many new things. He's in the background. What? I can't see him. He's moving too fast. Anyway, bye, Hawaii, everybody. See you tomorrow for more Bigfoot hunting. Thank you, Random Australian. Yeah. See you tomorrow for more Bigfoot hunting. Then we'll use more of the AI. It'll be less watching videos and more actively hunting. So okay, bye, Hawaii, everybody. See ya tomorrow.